Hi there, it's Sam from Petals.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. This is a lovely little lidded box using the Petal Garden Designer Series paper, an old favourite stamp set, Teeny Tiny Sentiments. I haven't used this for a while, but it's a huge favourite of mine, and the classic label punch. So this is a lidded box, and I know that so many of us struggle to get lidded boxes where the lid doesn't fall off or it's not too tight. So kind of working with the way I've been closing of having these fold flat box that fold flat completely with the lid on. This is a variation of it, but it's a rectangle, so it will pinch in like that. It doesn't fold flat, but it means that you can put your goodies and treats in there. You bend it first, put your goodies and treats in, and you expand it, but it will divot in. You can see it on this side a bit better. There you go. It will go in enough so that your lid will fit nicely over the top, and kind of the more you have in it, the more it will expand out like that. But it means that the lid isn't going anywhere. So it's, like I say, I mean, it's a variation on a theme. It's a lidded box where we're all not going to stress about, I can't get my lid to fit, because I have those days too. I make a box, I fit the lid, and the lid doesn't want to play. And it's like, no, what did I do? So I'm going along with that, and I can't get my ribbon on. Let's just put it away. Right, so Petal Garden Designer Series paper, which I'm using, and I'm forcing myself to get in touch with my inner Calypso Coral fan. She's in there somewhere. I'm not sure where she is right now, but she isn't coming out to play, so we're forcing her out. My lid and my base. So my base measures 7 by 5 inches, 17.5 by 12.5 centimetres. My lid is 4 by 6 inches, which is 15 by 10. And, oh, my Simply Scored is... it's under my desk, but it's tucked itself away. There we go. Right, so let's get measuring this. Oh, I've creased it a bit. Oh well, it's going inside. It's not a drama. So all of the details and dimensions and specifications and everythings for this project are on my blog. Click over the description bar and it's there. Right, so this is the base. We're going to score it at 1.5 inches, 4 centimetres, all the way around, all 4 sides. Super duper mega easy. Okay, so that's going to be the base of the box. We need to put a section in these bits to make these sides come out, which is there. So this, because it's 5 inches across, the halfway mark is 2.5 centimetres. So half of 12.5 centimetres is going to be 6.25. So that's the mark you want to make. There and there. And we're going to score lines to make it all join up. On the lid, we're just scoring lines. So 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres on all 4 sides. We're not putting in diagonal lines or anything like that. We're just scoring. Love an easy box. Right, let's put that out of the way. And come back to this part and join up. So that's the little mark I made, and we're going to just put in a diagonal line. Super duper mega simple and easy. And do that on both sides, both ends. And there you go, the sun's just beginning to come out. So that's the diagonal line I've made. And it, when you are closing up the box, I don't know how well you can see it, but inside there, we need these bits to fold round. So get burnishing and folding score lines before you start cutting. I would always recommend that anyway. I'll do the base of the lid while I've got the bone folder in hand. Might as well. My husband pinched my bone folder the other day. He wanted into the office and he said, Sam, can I borrow one of those scory pokey thingies? And I'm thinking, well, he's obviously talking about one of the styluses. And so I showed him, no, that one. And he pointed to one of these and I said, that's a bone folder. What do you need it for? And he said, well, I just need to borrow it. Yes, but what for? Well, and what he'd done is he bought some new speakers for our lounge to get this sort of weird surround system going on, and he wanted to use the end of this to poke the wires. What he'd done is he lifted up a bit of the carpet and wanted to poke the wiring down the edge of the carpet, apparently so I wouldn't see a notice, but I think it was the game was given away by the fact he asked for this. Right, Okay, so this is horizontal landscape. What we need to do is cut those bits because this needs to fold into there. We can't have a fold going over the top of where our creases are. So you need to have it this way round. Okay, so we're going to cut down the straight, wedge it in to those squares. Do that all the way round. And I will hover this in a second. Look, see, I told you that crease would be hidden away. It's going to be on the inside. Tucked away, if not chopped away. So never worry if you crease a bit of your cardstock. Chances are it will get hidden. So what that's going to do, that's going to fold up and in like that. And it still means that our lines there are free. So we're going to do the same over here. And I promised I'd hover that, and I didn't. There you go, that's the shape you're left with. So these little wedges have all been cut out. And we're just repeating exactly the same action. So there we go, all done. Oh yes, you can definitely see it better that side. So that's all my little wedges cut out. So, let's grab my fuse. So fuse into the 4 outer parts. And bring them round and line them up so that it forms that nice corner there. And just keep coming round. There we go, and then because we've put that crease in already, it will pinch in like that. Marvellous. Actually, it makes quite a nice shallow triangular box. I reckon with a bit of ribbon round like that it would be quite pretty. But actually I'm going to finish this one off. Okay, so the same on the outer corners of here as well. Do you reckon, you know what, a different colour and a nice big bit of burlap would look fabulous on this. I spy another project. It's a project forming in my head as I'm making one. So that will go on there and that will sit on there. And as you can see, it does poke in, but if you've got lots of goodies inside, it's still going to fit nicely. So it doesn't matter, I mean obviously you don't want your box to be bulging out that way, but it will still fit in. And then ribbon round, I used the new shimmery Pool Party on this one, on my first one, and because there is Pear Pizzazz in the background I decided to go with one of those colours. So I've got the chevron ribbon and I'm going to, it's not even, it's Old Olive. It's not Pear Pizzazz. There are too many greens. I really can't get that bow on. There we go. So it's just a simple finish because it's all about the flowers. At least I think so anyway. I think it's all about the flowers. I didn't turn my phone off, I'm sorry, it's getting all noisy on us. And now this is where I'm going to do a bow that's completely wrong and upside down, aren't I? Actually, we'll just slide, oh no, it's okay that way I think. Trim off those ends. A little bit of stamping, so I've got some Whisper White over here. Teeny Tiny Sentiments. I went with a little thanks, which apparently isn't in Teeny Tiny Sentiments. Which scent is that from? I want to say Lots of Thanks then. I'm looking and I can't see. I'm looking at my shelves, can't see it. All Things Thanks. Oh, well, there you go. Well, we'll use this one anyway. So which one shall I go for? Miss You So Much? Yeah, Miss You So Much. Which one is that one? There. Ooh, one that's just jumped out and landed on the floor. and a little block, some Calypso coral. See, I told you, I'm making myself like it. Classic label punch, absolutely perfect for this. And then some mini dimensionals. Have you had hold of these things yet? Those are the minis and those are the originals. That is quite a size difference. So we'll have a few of those. They are awkward to get hold of though when you've got long nails. I know that doesn't make sense, but it does in my head. They're awkward to get hold of when you've got long nails. When you've got painted nails, I should say, it's probably a better way to describe it. That's when they're a bit awkward to get hold of. But that is rather lovely. At least I think so. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.